everyone. My name is Daphne Taylor, reporter-writer for the South Florida Times. We are the largest African-American newspaper serving all of South Florida, Miami-Dade, Broward County, as well as Palm Beach County. However, we'd like to welcome our nationwide audience on the internet. You can find us on the South Florida Times homepage. That's sfltimes.com, as well as on YouTube and other streaming services all across the United States. So thank you very much for tuning in. Have I got a treat for you today? My very special guest is certainly no stranger to South Florida. He is one of the most dynamic, the most exciting, vivacious on-air announcers anywhere across this country. We call him Reggie Dee, and he is the morning announcer during the Steve Harvey Morning Show on X102.3 FM in West Palm Beach. I am so delighted to have you with me, Reggie. You're always a treat, and as I said before when we chronicled you in the South Florida Times, you have fans from tiny tots all the way to senior citizens. So welcome. We're talking about something very special today. It's something serious, but yet it's lighthearted as well. You are doing a cross-country unity walk.
Yes,
and it's called Taking Steps for Unity. Now, this is exciting because this is not just a local issue. You're walking across the United States, taking a stand for unity. So why don't you tell us about that?
Well, I believe that there needs to be some more leadership amongst our communities. Of course, across the country. But I think if we would start within our own communities, step up as leaders and mentors and start with our youth and use our platforms to unify amongst our community and spread that love and show how it's supposed to be done. Maybe other cities and a part of, in our country would jump aboard and do the same thing within their communities. So I decided to do a walk across the country in hopes to inspire other community leaders, just like I am, to do the same thing, to bring unity amongst the community, and then come and take steps with me, And physically, I would rather lead by example, and then at the same time urge others to be a part of this movement, to create something kind of cool and different across our country, using the platform of social media. And since I'm in broadcasting, instead of just being a normal, typical DJ, I want to be a DJ that's a part of the community.
Awesome. That is great, Reggie. We're going to get all into this Unity Walk in the next few minutes while I have Reggie here with me. But this is going to commence on Saturday, August 11th.
Yes.
You're taking off at 9 a.m.
9 a.m.
We're going to try to get you to hold off on that a little bit, maybe 10 a.m.
Oh, no.
But he said he's leaving at 9 a.m. And that's going to be from the Martin Luther King Memorial statue in downtown West Palm Beach.
Yes, right outside of Curry Park.
Yes.
On Flagler Street.
Absolutely, on Flagler, right outside of Curry Park, and it's a beautiful backdrop because you have the water right there, and then of course you have the beautiful statue that is so nice in downtown West Palm Beach. So that's where you're going to start this walk. And again, that is Saturday, August 11th. You're leaving at 9 a.m. Now there is going to be a ceremony honoring you and giving you a good push off so that you can get going on this walk. Tell us, once you get started, when you think you're going to be done and where you're going to end up.
Well, we're going to start. Mr. Patrick Franklin, the president of the Urban League in West Palm Beach, there's an unveiling of a brick in my honor. And it has a quote from Dr. Martin Luther King. It says, "We can't walk alone." So I'm using that, and that will be a wonderful unveiling on my brick. So we can't walk along MLK / Reggie Dee Walk for Unity 2018. So that's going to be kind of special to me. You know, I might just kiss the brick and then get to walking, you know.
Of course. Kiss your brick on the ground. That's beautiful. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Now, where are you going to end up? And how long is it going to take you to get there?
First day, you know, I got to go day by day. So
Okay.
this first stop will be in Stewart, and I will probably be stopping at the NAACP, depending on what time I arrive. That's why I say I got to get to stepping, you know, and I will be greeted by the president of the NAACP. In the morning, we'll be attending church. I think I'm going to be attending church with Mr. Willie Carey as well. That would be awesome as well. And then from that point on, you know, they're going to feed me a little bit,
Yes.
you know.
Of course. Gotta eat. You gotta get your nutrition to
Jimmy,
get started.
I'm hungry. I'm going to be hungry, Jimmy.
That sounds like a message to somebody.
Yeah, he's
But that's
president of the NAACP.
okay, great. So that's going to get you started. So your first stop, as you said, is going to be Stewart, Florida. For those of you who are tuning in from around the world, he's going to stop in Stewart, Florida. The NAACP, meet up with famed attorney Willie Gary, and go to church. And as you told me before, you got to get your God in there.
Yes, I have to give my praise, and the journey to Stewart it's a little about 33 mile walk, so it's going to be kind of cool, you know.
Okay, that sounds
I got to
great.
get my praise on though. I need that protection.
Amen to that. I agree with that, sir. You're in the right direction. You're in the right ballpark. Okay, so the Walk for Unity is not your first walk.
No.
Back in 2015,
Yes.
you commenced a walk against racism.
Yes.
And from what I hear, that was incredibly successful. You walked from Dallas to Florida.
Yes.
This time you're walking from West Palm Beach, Florida to Seattle, Washington.
Yes, ma'am.
Now that's a lot of walking.
Yeah.
I wish I could join you, brother.
Okay, that's a lot of walking, but there's a lot of people that's uniting on the way.
Amen. That sounds
Just
great.
picture me as a person walking through with a big old stitch that I'm pulling together.
Yes,
I'm walking
sir.
through the country from West Palm Beach all the way to Seattle, Washington.
Yes, that's going to be great. And the first leg, as we said, is going to be Stewart, Florida.
Yeah.
Now, when you did your walk against racism, how did it go? I heard it was quite successful.
quite
That was in
successful.
2015. How was it? Do you feel you met your goal?
Yeah, I met my goal. If it wasn't for me walking from Dallas to here, I wouldn't have it in my mindset to walk across the country. It was brutal during it because it was more mental, but I got through it, and I think I can handle that. It took 30 days, about 28 days, but I think I can handle 90 days of it because I think the energy that helped from the people and the strangers that were greeting me as I came through their cities, I think there will probably be more energy as I'm coming across the country because it's more about unifying. I did a walk against racism, but there still was some positivity in it, but still was a little bit of negativity in it. But this time I took it all out because if there's any type of negativity and unity, something is wrong with you. So I want to use that platform, you know, to proceed on walking from half of my foundation, the Reggie Dee Foundation, and try to make a change and unify people.
Yes. Now, speaking of unifying people, this is a touchy subject. However, we got to address the elephant in the room. Our fearless leader, President of these United States, is accused of dividing us. King James, that would be LeBron James, NBA player, says our president is dividing us, and he has even used sport to do so. But other people say it's not just sport, that he is using all sorts of things to divide the people in this great country. But regardless of that, do you feel we need this unity more than ever
Yes.
today?
Yes, LeBron James is doing a wonderful job, especially as a role model. Who doesn't want to be like him? Anybody else that's not a part of unifying people, I just don't even want to associate even mentioning their name. But with LeBron James, man, you understand what he's doing because you understand where he's come from. And even with the stuff that he's doing to unify people, to bring kids together, to bring educators together, to acknowledge educators and get them a platform and get them their own school with the type of rules that needs to be, maybe some of these school districts can kind of like take heed to the way that he's building that structure, because there may be another direction, and on from the political aspect, that's still separation in between on that. So I'm all about unifying, and whoever wants to unify and do stuff for our youth and our kids and our educators and stuff like that, and more mentors, I'm all about walking for them. I walk for everybody who wants to unify, because that's the whole point that I'm doing. And I want more people like me who are quiet to not just stand up, to walk with me, That's what I want. I want them to kind of like come and support what I'm doing, and don't just be quiet all the time. If I'm walking through and you want to walk with me, take steps with me, and just show support and love, because I'm going to need it, because, y'all know how it is when you try to unify somebody. It's not easy.
Absolutely, it sure isn't. And we're going to talk more about that in a few minutes, exactly how our viewers and our readers, because this will also be in the South Florida Times newspaper, how they can actually join in with Reggie Dee as he takes this walk for unity from West Palm Beach, Florida, all the way to Seattle, Washington. Those of you who are tuning in, you can join this unifying walk as well. So we'll tell you a little bit more about that in just a second. Let's get to what inspired you to do this. Before you took that racism walk, I understand your mom had a lot to do with it. Tell us about that.
Yes, my mom, she lost her fight with cancer. But having our last conversation, I wanted to do something to just show some type of acknowledgement of her strength and her ability to face the fact that she had to deal with that cancer. So she didn't want me to focus my energy on cancer, which what took her life. She wanted me to focus my energy on doing the same type of event to celebrate her life, but find me something that I would like to change, be a part of change. And she asked me what that would be, and I said I wish I could change racism. I wish I could help get rid of it. And she said, why don't you do it? Just do it. And she said, use the same platform that you was going to structure for this cancer walk. Somebody else is doing cancer. Do something what nobody else has done before. And my mom, until this day, it's instilled in me. She also said, and it's true, she said, people are going to discourage you. People are going to let you down. People are going to lie to you. And it's going to seem like nobody's helping you. But still start. Just finish it. Still, because what's going to happen is that the people who want to help and unify you and help you get to the finish line, they're going to come out of nowhere. And that's exactly what's been happening. You ask somebody for something, despite I get disappointed, it'd be somebody else tap me on the shoulder and they come through. So that's kind of cool. That was my inspiration. And for me to succeed with finishing that walk against racism, it led me to believe that even though I haven't gotten all the funds, I haven't gotten all the things that I've asked for to help make this a smooth walk across the country, I'm still going to start it and I'm going to finish it as well.
Absolutely, and we congratulate you for that. That was very courageous and nice of your mom to tell you to focus on something else other than the cancer that was eating away at her body. So that's a wonderful testament to the kind of lady your mom is. Awesome. So we said we were going to tell everybody how can they actually join in with you. What can they do? Can they chronicle this walk? Can they tune in and see where you're at? Or can they actually walk themselves with you?
Yes. 561 Media. They created my website, walkforunity.com. and it's cool. It's like 85% running, still touching on some small little things, but those will be fixed during the walk, because they're on it. They're really good at what they're doing there in Boca, and they do an amazing job. Just go on to walkforunity.com, and you can scroll up and down, and you can see that you can follow me, because I'm going to be uploading YouTube videos. I'm going to show you guys some of the cool landscaping, some of this cool architecture in all of these cities that I walk through, some of the beautiful people that greet me and hug me. I'm going to take photos. I'm going to be very social, and I'm going to be very engaging as much as possible. And you can also walk with me. You can take Steps for Unity, and you can join Team USA. You can click on, and where it says track your steps, I want you guys to add your steps to my steps daily. And you can do that by going to walkforunity.com, and you can upload your steps, because I know you got a Fitbit, and I know you got a fitness app on your phone. So do the minimum of 3,000 steps a day. Once you hit 3,000 or more, as an individual or a team or corporation, please take those numbers and share those steps with my daily steps. And hopefully by the time I make it to Seattle at the finish line, at the T-Mobile headquarters, that's the finish line, hopefully we'll be over in the millions of steps. And I won't be the only one taking Steps for Unity. It'll be all of y'all included. So please, come on, take Steps for Unity.
That sounds so exciting. I wish I could just go on this entire journey with you, starting in West Palm, and be one of those in your entourage, joining you all the way to Seattle. But a woman's got to work. So it's got to work. All right. So now I do also understand that even though you're walking, and then of course you're going to have places along the way where you're going to stay overnight, get a little rest, something good to eat, and get back going again. But you are using high technology in this walk. So tell us about, I understand there's a drone that has been given to you to utilize to get this walk off.
It was donated by ECF, Engineering Consultants, and they heard that I wanted to give back footage, because I see some amazing sunrises and some amazing shining of the moon, reflections and stuff like that. I see some cool stuff when I'm walking, but it's like when you're walking, you're like, wow, I wish I could share this with everyone. So now I'm able to do that. So the drone is a unique Typhoon H. It's a 4K drone, and it has the capabilities of recording in 4K. So I'm gonna use that, because I'm going through Colorado, and some people have never seen mountains. Better yet, snow on mountains. So if I get the luxury of seeing that, and maybe going through the Grand Canyon, instead of just taking a picture next to the Grand Canyon, I'm gonna send the drone through the Grand Canyon and get you some real cool footage, And I want to share it, because this is a beautiful journey, even though we're all unified. And then at the same time, when people come and they support and they walk with me, man, I want to take photos and selfies with them too. I want it to be fun. This is something serious across the country, and we do need to unify, but at the same time, I want this to be engaging and fun.
Mm-hmm. And it sounds like it's going to be. That's the reason I said at the outset of the interview, this is something serious, but it's something lighthearted and fun as well. And we credit you for making it so, even though it's a serious topic, but you're doing it in such a fun, exciting, energetic way that I know that millions of people across these United States are going to be on board with you. So we're excited about that. Now, what kinds of challenges are going to be a part of this walk? Because last time, the physical aspect of it almost left you dead. And I don't mean this lightly, I mean literally, you could have died. Tell us about that.
Yes, you're talking about when I did the Walk Against Racism, right outside of Vero Beach, in between one of the hotels. I must have got bitten by a brown recluse, a spider, and I had like 4 days left, but it got infected, so I had to go to an urgent care, and they gave me a quick minor surgery, and told me to kind of like take it easy, but it was 3 days left, so doctor basically said just let the medicine kick in if you're gonna walk, and yeah, so they stitched me up, and I didn't share that. I had blisters on my feet. I had chafing. I had all kinds of injuries, minor injuries. But when you have a minor injury and you have friction between your legs and your arms and stuff like that, man, that stuff is brutal when you have blisters and stuff like that. But I didn't share it. But this time I promised to share my good and bad. So it's more mental, because you have my averages. The average that I walked from Dallas to Florida, I averaged 47 miles a day. But this one is an average of 39 to 41 miles a day for basically like 90 days. And it's more mental. And thanks to Under Armour, they gave me the HOV shoe for me to wear, and that's going to help me with the blisters and stuff like that, because it's a soft shoe, and that's what I need.
Absolutely wonderful. So speaking of need, you mentioned earlier that there's still, everything is not 100% in place, and it never is.
Yeah.
You have to step out on faith and work with what you've got, but we have an audience all across these United States. What are your needs at this point, Reggie Dee? What can make this be even better for you at this point? What can people do? Can they donate their time, their money, resources? What do you need?
What I really need, first off, your prayers, because it's mental. The heat, you can't hide from it. The cold, the mental of just getting yourself warm, I got to deal with it. The allergies and the different...
because everybody can't start with the perfect beginning. You have to just step out on faith and go with what you've got thus far. However, because we have an audience that's all across the country, there may be sponsors out there or other individuals who want to donate contributions financially to you. What do you need at this point?
I need all of those. But one, I need your prayers. Mentally, that is long. 47 miles a day is what I average from Dallas to West Palm Beach. But this one is 37 miles to 41 miles a day for about 90 days to get to Seattle, Washington from West Palm Beach. Monetary donations, you can donate those at walkforunity.com. If you know somebody in these cities that I'm walking through, of course protection, of course just walking with me, just taking selfies. I need your positive, your cool, welcoming, your spirit. I need that as well, because you walk and it gets lonely sometime, and then you see somebody say, hey, we've been waiting for you, and then like, here's a bottle of water or something like that, man, and that uplifts you, and that helps when somebody cut across the medium just to come back and take a picture and shake your hand, hand you a little money or a snack or something like that, a protein bar. That feels good, So that, and of course, I need a rental car for the driver to keep like a minivan, so we can keep the water and stuff like that, and so I don't have to stop all the time, so I can continue to walk. The minivan just follows with us like we did coming back from when we walked from Dallas, Texas to West Palm Beach. We had a minivan that was rented for us, and that came from Mr. Dave Freeman, and he took care of that whole situation. So I had nothing but my hydration. I didn't cramp up. Only thing I had to deal with was minor injuries, dealing with my skin irritated by friction and blisters and stuff like that.
And also, what about a hotel room? Are you staying at hotels, or what's going on with that?
Yes. we'll be popping in hotels depending on the funds, or I might just sleep in the rental car. And you know somebody want to take us in, want to take me in, because you know sometimes I'm walking with people, sometimes it's other people walking with me. Take us in, let us clean up, let us rest on your little pillow, give me some cornbread, you know, and then you know, and I'll be on my merry own way. I promise by 6 a.m. the next morning.
Oh. He won't overstay his welcome. In other words, he'll be out walking again. Okay, that sounds great. Let's see here. But one thing is crucial, people. He does need donations. He's very humble, and he's not making that into a big deal, but that is very important. If you want to contribute something, whatever you have, $10, $20, $30, $100, $500, $1,000, $2,000, whatever you want to give, he will accept these donations because it's going to be needed. He is going to have to get that rental car, minivan, to be able to make this trip a success, and he's also going to have to stay overnight at various hotels, and that costs money. These hotels are not going to let him stay there for free. So he does need your donations, whatever you can give. Kids, if you want to be a part of something great, give $1. Adults, if you can do more, do more. So we're asking you to do that. And where, again, can they donate?
WalkForUnity.com.
WalkForUnity.com. Go online and do that. Now, I said I was going to mention the fact that you have a very unique connection with Steve Harvey. Not are you only on the Steve Harvey Morning Show 6 to 10 in West Palm Beach, but prior to that, you ended up in South Florida. And is that because of Steve Harvey?
Well, Steve Harvey used to be in Dallas before he got syndicated on 97.9. And I was working as a mixer at the radio station as well, and out in the community. Steve done some nice things, man. Like, for example, one of the high school coaches for South Oak Cliff, they won state. The basketball team, man, Steve Harvey gave him some Steve Harvey suits to wear, man, you know. That's just the way Steve was. So I kind of looked up to him big time, and then I got the chance to kind of like learn a little bit from him. I got a little personal with more of his bodyguard, Boomerang. But one of the things that Steve did before he got syndicated, you know, he kind of likes, you know, put out a message, you know, you got to take a leap, jump on faith. I had a job opportunity in Atlanta that was pending. I wasn't sure of. Then he was like, you know, there's a job out there offered in West Palm Beach. Take that job. Give yourself a chance, man. Give yourself like 3 years. Challenge yourself. I don't know nobody. He said, so what? So what? So I got a U-Haul, put my car in the back, bought my apartment online, and I came to West Palm Beach, gave myself 3 years, and now I'm here for 11 years now.
Awesome. And you are ever popular. Everybody knows Reggie Dee. You are by far the most popular DJ in South Florida. And one of your biggest supporters, Attorney Dean Freeman, when I interviewed him, he kept saying South Florida is so blessed to have you here. And he said that we really need to be proud of you for what you're doing, because you're not only our local radio announcer, but you step out into the national realm and are making a difference. So he wants us all to not take you for granted, because we have Reggie Dee here in South Florida, but to be very proud of you and to embrace everything you're doing just like he does.
Thank you, Mr. Dean Freeman.
Yes, he said that about you.
Well, I wanted to use my radio platform to build a better foundation. I want to go national because I think the importance of going national will just make you a little bit more respected when you come back home to the base that you are building your foundation on. And it's nothing but a more powerful structure to where if you have questions and you have doubts of how much I believe in the community, then you can just look at my resume. So I'm trying to build my resume strong enough to where you don't even have to question me. That you can just trust that I'm trying to bring us together for a great cause. And don't question it. Don't doubt it. Just trust me. So let me lead by example by going my way, by raising the bar very high. And then giving expectation for some of these other leaders in our communities and across the nation as well. Barack Obama asked us. I heard him. Y'all gonna have to go back in y'all's communities and become better leaders. And that works because when I walk from West Palm Beach, from my mom's grave all the way when I walk from Dallas, Texas to West Palm Beach, Mr. Steve Harvey put me on the radio. Broadcasted through his syndicated radio show. And that meant so much to me. So that means, okay, in order for it to be recognized on that high of a level, I needed to raise that bar that high. Because they don't see what you're doing out here, so I'm trying to get everybody amongst their communities, and I'm going to lead by example to raise the bar. Challenge yourself. Create something. It's difficult. But I'm trying to show you, look at how difficult I made this, but look at how people see that you're trying to do something for someone, and watch how they come out of the woodworks just to help you. And that's what I want to show everybody.
Absolutely, and we believe you're going to do just that, Reggie. As we bring this to a close, we do want to thank you so much for commencing this walk for unity across the United States. It's something great that you're doing. Of course, we do need to be unified in this world now more than ever, as you indicated. It is necessary, and we thank you for taking the plunge and making a statement on a national level. We appreciate you for that. Now,
can I say something else?
Sure.
I'm walking for those who want to unify, and I'm walking for those who I don't know but want to help. I'm walking for those who believe that someday we will be more unified than we are as hated amongst each other because of our color and stuff like that. Dr. Martin Luther King said, I have a dream, and I feel like we are that dream. So I want to pursue with that bar, that level that he left us with. That's why I want to pursue.
Absolutely, and we wish you the best. Just to recap, this Unity Walk is going to start on Saturday, August 11th, 9 a.m. in West Palm Beach. West Palm Beach, come on out and send him off with a bang. Let's get there early, 8 o'clock in the morning, 8:30 for the ceremony where they're going to honor him with a brick on the ground there for what he is doing. And also, I believe there's going to be some military there to send him off properly. So this is going to be a wonderful occasion. That Saturday, August 11th, 9 a.m., he's taking the plunge and he's leaving. He's going all the way to Seattle, Washington, and he expects this is going to take about 90 days. Again, that website, if they want to join you or donate.
Walkforunity.com.
Thank you very much. Walkforunity.com. Go there and let's send Reggie Dee off in the best way possible. I want to thank you for your time, sir. It has been an honor and a pleasure. And on behalf of the South Florida Times newspaper, anything we can do for you, we're here for you, and we wish you well. So thank you very much, and Godspeed.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in.